Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they in for. If it coming like this on the intro, what they here for? If they want the heat, you know who to send for your info. Buy my money like Venmo. If this music don't work out, I know how to get it from my...
Today, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, this is Madden Football on EA Sports. It's the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New Orleans Saints.
Summer drawing to a close here in the Southeast. The roof is closed at the wondrous Mercedes-Benz Stadium due to the hot temps still outside here in downtown Atlanta. Today, we've got an NFC South matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Atlanta. Cameron Batson now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
This guy's leadership is so important to how this offense functions. He doesn't shrink from any moments on game day, and everything he does with confidence. He sets the example in practice, off the field, and is the guy leading everyone out for each possession.
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now Jones. Flushed out right. And Jones will hit the deck here, and he is able to pick up the first down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
First and 10, it's Patterson. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing Jones. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for 3rd. Back to throw. Jones. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. From nearby Norcross, Georgia, it's Alvin Kamara. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Ryan. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Ryan going up top. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that's one way you take away a first down as a defender. Make sure you have a little bit of physical play when the ball gets to the receiver. Find a way to jostle it free. They caught him off guard, forced the incompletion.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Avery Williams deep for Atlanta. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds him and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Again, Patterson. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Jones. And complete to Drake London. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Now a man who did his collegiate punting just a couple hours from here in Clemson in South Carolina, Bradley Pinion to kick. Deontay Hardy deep for New Orleans. Take it at the 37. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now left side on the swing pass. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. Call a no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down, Ryan. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Now Ryan on first down. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Kamara up the middle. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Here's Ryan to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The kick by Lutz is good, and the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now Patterson to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Ready, 45, 1. Ready, set, cut.
Here's Patterson again. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Here we go. 32. Ready, go.
Now Jones. Off play action. He's got a man. It's Ferkser, the tight end. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Ready? Set, go. Cut.
Straight ahead, Patterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 8 yards to go on second down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Operating from the gun, Jones. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete.
Covers was great everywhere that time. He tried to get it to his outlet, tried to get it to his running back, but sailed it a little bit too high and actually left his body open for a big hit.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Here's Hardy set to return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Saints again ready to go on offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They go play action now. Ryan. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Casey Hayward. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
You've got to know as a quarterback that's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And down by a field goal, they'll take over with excellent field position following the interception. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones looking left sideline, incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And Jones going to keep once more. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Jones throwing on 1st down. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Throwing again. Jones. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Now the try here for the point after. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. Touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Time a factor as Ryan will hustle him to the line. 2nd and 5. Escape, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Blake Gillikin now. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it will be Falcon football. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Jones now throwing to start the drive. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up, nor practiced it, because on first down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up second and third down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back, but boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones got his man complete over the middle. It's Edwards. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
The trade sent Bryan Edwards from a very crowded Raiders depth chart to a much more open one in Atlanta. It's a great opportunity for the third-year man who was an excellent deep threat in limited opportunities with Las Vegas. He averaged 17 yards per catch over 45 career receptions in his first 2 seasons. He could more than double that career catch total in his first year with the Falcons.
Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's Jones on first down.
That's going to be caught by Pitts. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Take it in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on third down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just lob one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. On the return is Williams. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Off play action. Jones. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on to punt for Atlanta. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. They go play action with Ryan. Looking long for Thomas. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Again, Ryan.
That's complete to Troutman right side. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
From the 36, Ryan.
Open man is the tight end, Troutman.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going, a little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
To throw is Ryan. Eluding and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Lorenzo Carter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Ryan.
Complete to Olave on the out route.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Now it's Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. The 40. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this third quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football, and that ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A give. This is Kamara. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Kamara off the draw. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 6. And the Saints first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
Ryan. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he's got this down to the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
First down, New Orleans.
Throwing again, Ryan. And he'll go right back to Landry. It's complete again.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Jarvis Landry. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
The 10th carry for Kamara. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now, we all know that an offense coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
On first down, Ryan.
A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Falcons' 19-yard line.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They run it again with Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
Will Lutz now to try the New Orleans field goal. From the right hash, this from 33. The kick by Lutz is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
They're going to start to drive here on the ground with Patterson. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because That's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Second down and 3.
60 red.
They'll go again with Patterson.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
They'll run with Patterson.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And out will come the offense as they take over. So Matt Ryan of the offense, down by 8, just over 1:40 to play. They need a touchdown and, of course, the 2-point conversion as well. Here's Ryan.
He's got Landry. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Throwing now is Ryan.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now Ryan. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie.
And here's a rookie whose job isn't done just dropping quarterbacks to the turf. Arnold Ebiketie locks in on the ball from the get-go and does everything possible to strip it away from the quarterback in the pocket.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons have just about sewn up this football game. Well, this game has not been short on intrigue, but that's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown, and when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they did. But the interception, that means defeat.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros.
Charles, in these lower-scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They played turnover-free from whistle to whistle, and they come through with a victory.
Yeah, and that's what won them the game, because even doing it that way, being that clean, partner, they weren't able to really run away with this game. So that tells us just how important it was to make sure you played mistake-free football. That led to the victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.